All right, guys, it's Sunday. I'm back from the National. I wanted to show you guys my pickups. Now, a few things. Number one, this is only some of my pickups. I dropped off about 380 cards at ComC. So, those I'm not going to show in the video. It's a more lower end stuff, some cheaper slabs, but I did want to address that. So, with that being out of the way, I wanted to show you guys some raw pickups, graded, etc. So, let's start off with some raw pickups. There's some exciting stuff here at the first. So, up here, we have a Benjamin Franklin from 1932, but there's something interesting about this card. So this is I'm going to mispronounce this, but I assume Yamros or something like that. But if you take a look at the building here in the background, I'm pretty sure that's the Empire State Building. Now, here's the interesting thing about the Empire State Building. It was created in the early 1930s. I want to say 1931. So this potentially, and I say potentially because I haven't done a lot of research yet, potentially could be the first card that depicts the Empire State Building. And then you throw Benjamin Franklin on here. I think this is really, really sweet. If not one of the first cards. So I know it's not as popular as like a Eiffel Tower, Statue of Liberty. And I get that, right? But I still feel it's one of the icons of America, and having one of our founding fathers and famous inventor with the Empire State Building and electricity coming down from the sky. I think this is an awesome card. I've wanted it forever. The guy that has the 3 on eBay is way overpriced in my opinion on this card. But I had a chance to grab this one at a kind of like a trade night, and I definitely did that. Not the main trade night, just get together with YouTubers. Another card. So I have an authentic in my collection on this Cadbury for the Edison, and I just wanted to upgrade it. So I was happy with it. Mine has trimmed. I think this is probably like a 2.5, somewhere around there. But again, I have an authentic because mine was trimmed. This next group, I didn't get a chance to drop this off at ComC. I bought it at the very end of the show, right? So Albert Bell, Refractor. You guys just see a little sneak peek of some of the stuff that I'll pick up, right? Albert Bell, pretty popular player. 90s Refractor. People always enjoy those. Randy Johnson, Gold Medallion. Hockey card. This is actually a tough card to find. 1935 R&J Hill. There's a true speaker in the set that goes for like $500 or $600. But regardless, this could be a grading potential. I got to do some research on this card first before I send that out. Joe Mauer Refractor, Hall of Famer now, and people love Hall of Fame refractors. We picked up some bird cards. So I know a lot of people building the set with just the bird in itself. I forget the abbreviation for the larger size cards, but I figure some of the people I've sold like similar birds to may want the larger cards. So I picked up 3 of these, and I'll put this card next because it's after those. But you can see the other ones over here. Crossbill, and then we have the red bird right there. I mean, the art on these are just phenomenal. I'm just going to tell you guys that. So I picked up the Lion as well from Alan Ginter. I figured Lion is probably one of the bigger names. People really like Lions. Again, the art on these, the video just doesn't do justice. If you don't see these in person, you got to check these out because they're amazing. And next, I got these from the Heritage booth, and they're Power Rangers cards. I never thought I'd own a Power Ranger card, but here we go. Red and also blue. I was just recording some auction stuff over there. And both these are numbered to 500. Created by Leaf, but also issued by Hasbro, and Heritage, a collab between those, which is cool to see. And maybe I would have picked up every single day if I knew about those a little bit earlier. But regardless, you have those there. All right, other raw stuff. So Bowman Heritage, Mickey Mantle. Mantle stuff always sells really well for me. So anytime you can find Mantle, you can grab those. This is just some cheaper stuff. I mean, this is probably what the price in Europe if you wanted to grab these cards, but you know, I've sold a few of these, so that gets a bigger name. I have no idea who Fender is on here, but for, I mean, less than $1, okay, why not? And I think there's a boxing set on these, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, there's soccer slash football as well. So I'm not familiar with the soccer players, but I figure when you're buying them under $1, there's upside on those. Jose Cruz Jr., just an early refractor. This is number 2699. Again, sometimes those early refractors do sell. They take a while. I saw this Greg Maddux, but what's special about it is the Marlins inaugural year, 1993. So these are a little bit more of a premium than your just standard 1993 tops. There's always Greg Maddux collectors out there. These are limited, I think, like 2,000 or something like that. So again, junk wax, you pick up something like this, it's well worth it. Again, some more of these soccer players, dollar, okay, $3 for another boxer, bigger name, Boy McCormick. Then I picked up a Shaq, another player that sells really well for me. This is like an insert, SESO. So for $1, okay. Kid Lewis, bigger name, again, boxer. I've sold a lot of his, and same with Joe Beckett. Actually, this next group was not national pickups. I'm not going to put those in the video. Those would be another video. Okay, so bargain bin, I found 1975. Gary Carter mini looked pretty good overall. And then I have a big lot of strip cards. I don't know if this is all of them. Let me see. Actually, there's quite a few more. We'll put this all together. Just double check. There's others. No, that should be it for the strip cards. So my thought, some of these I'll get graded. Some of them I'll throw to ComC at another date. But I haven't really decided. I got to do a little research. But shocker, these are number 2s. The way that you tell W5151 versus 2 is this text here at the top. 1s don't have this text, 2 do. Something I learned over time, right? There's so much to learn about pre-war baseball and just pre-war cards in general. But these look pretty nice. So I grabbed those. Ross Young, Tris Speaker, which I'll probably grade all the Speaker stuff because he's a bigger name. Maybe not that one as much, but then we have another Ross Young, George Kelly, Carl Mays, Urban Shocker once again, Kelly, and then Stengel and also Stengel. But I picked all these up, $40, $50 minus the speakers. I don't think you can go wrong with picking up these Hall of Famers that cheap, especially when they're in decent shape. And obviously not all these are in decent shape, right? But the majority of these, you have the borders on both sides. They aren't creased. They don't have like huge gashes and cuts. So that was my thought process. I figured, why not pick up these strip cards at the price point? So those are there. And then some other cheaper stuff. Mantle, Henderson. Probably go with ComC on those. I don't think they're gradable. George Washington's 50-50 grade or ComC. Same with this White Shield. Ginter. Picked up some 60 spawns, $10 a piece, right? And again, I'll have to look these over. And I think they sell for $20 on ComC. So either way, you make $10 on those essentially. And if they're in good shape, possibly more if they're grade worthy. But I just did not have time to look over every single card. This was actually a gift, which I really appreciate. New York Mets. I'll put the Instagram link here. This is by New York Mets 86. I think I'm a little bit off on the @ name, but check him out. It has a lot of foreign issue cards. And Victor Trumper over here. I did not have this for the F&J Smiths. I'm not building the set by any means because these cards are tough to find. But I did not have the Victor Trumper. I have the Grace. I still need to get Ranji and Fry on the cricket side of things. There's a few other golfers that I need. Have the big names. But the thing that makes these tough is there's 3 different backs. Like there's blue, black, and red. There's no chance I'm going to get all of those. But if I see them and I have the opportunity to grab them at a decent price, I will do that. So Victor Trumper, and I have some other rare Trumper cards, so it's cool to see this added to the PC. Another card that I wanted for a while, I wasn't going to pay the ask price on eBay. Someone has this Weissmuller Raw for like $200. I don't think it's a $200 card, but I picked this up at a soccer, kind of like a mixture between a trade night and a card show. But this is a Globo, and these were issued, I believe, in like 36 or 37. There's a Jesse Owens in this set, which is crazy expensive. Do I want it? Absolutely. But I mean, it's like, I want to say it's like either a $500 or $1,000 card. But Weissmuller has a lot of earlier stuff, but it's a tough card to source, these Globos. And I saw it, I picked it up for $40. I think that's a more reasonable ask. Maybe it's a little bit of overpay, but in comparison to the one at $200 on eBay, I mean, $40. Okay, that's fine with me. You don't see those that often. Some other raw stuff over here. This is some. We have a. I was gonna say better stuff, but we have like a $5 Johnny Bench next. But Adios. This is a classic T205 card. Now this one looks so nice, but unfortunately, left side's trimmed off. But I'll get that slabbed, and we'll sell this copy. Up next, $5 special, which 1975 Johnny Bench. I don't know how this makes it a bargain bin for $5, but I'm not going to complain if I see that. A pilot of Mark McGuire, probably going to get this one graded, but we will see what happens with that. One of my favorite cards. Someone had a 1937 like partial OPG set, and they had this Rogers Hornsby. I mean, for $250, that seems like a really, really good price. It looks like there's some sort of crease right there, but I mean, yeah, there's creases, but still, at that price point for a super rare Hornsby card, a lot of his collectors will pay up. U.S., America, types of all nations, and then Abraham Lincoln also found, and the guy's essentially a bargain bin. And this is like a $20, $30 card, and this Lincoln, I have to check the shape. It might be worth grading, but I'm pretty sure even low grades on this now sell for close to 100. Again, could be off, but that is kind of the raw stack here. We'll put those back over here, and we'll go through this next stack over here. And yeah, we still have screw downs. So we have a Darryl Strawberry autograph, numbered to 100. Something you know, I'll just take out the screw down a little bit later. And Scott Rowland, 1998, mints. No idea this grading company. Gonna crack it. Then for my Lone Jack set, well, it's one of the two Lone Jacks. Roger Bacon, 1.5. Picked this up from Enough Said Cards. Then a Miller Huggins, Ramley. Great front, back to be desired, but you know, you pick up a Hall of Famer like this, and really good eye appeal. Can't pass that up. Eye appeal wise, I picked up a lot of like higher grades. So 1969 Jim Palmer, this was an 8.5. I think this one was overgraded. Just taking a look at that over here. That's my personal opinion. You'll see some others that I picked up a little bit later, but Lloyd Rayner, again, another card that I don't know. This is such a weird card. And actually, let me move these off the side. I don't want to smush the raw stuff. But this is an interesting one because it got a 3, right? And like it has pretty sharp corners, decent eye appeal, but it looks like there's some paper loss right here or paper addition. I can't tell. And then if you go here on the back, there's a big crease right over here. I don't know. Like it has good color. It has paper loss there in a crease. I don't know if I'd give it a 3. But regardless, pick that one up. Paul on here. I got this in a 1. Okay. Then a 1948 Bob Feller. This one is actually really sweet, right? So nice looking 3. Probably would have graded that higher than a 3. We have a nice autograph over here too. And it has an inscription Hall of Fame 62 and 3 and 10. 55 Kiner and a 7.5. Then McCormick. So I grabbed this as an upgrade. I sold my raw one and I got this one in a 4, which adds a little bit to my set build. And I'm not worried about the highest GPA or any of that type of stuff in my Lone Jack set. I just want to find nicer cards. And this was definitely a nicer card than my, I think I had a 1.5. So a card I wasn't too familiar with until I saw Pritchard and Burden flags. And I think this imagery is awesome. Again, the video doesn't do justice on this one. And take a look at that back. So possibly overpaid, but that's all right. These are going to go to ComC, but some Ogdens, Dickens, and McKinley, $20 a piece, 2 and a 3. I mean, it's 15 alone to grade, right? So you pick these up kind of cheap. People always like both of these Ogdens. I'm good with that. And then for my collection, I've wanted this card a while. Liver Bros, Winston Churchill. I've been outbid on like 3 auctions on eBay. So like raw wise, I think they go for like $150 or $200. And you know, you're not guaranteed a 4. This one got a 4. And I'm down to like 1 or 2 early Churchill cards that I know of that I'm missing in the early 1900s. So I'll pick them up over time. And I was super happy to grab that one. All right, last stack. And we're going to start off with a card that I think, and it sounds stupid, but I think a 7 was undergraded. And like, take a look at these corners. This card literally looks pack fresh. I mean, this thing's a blazer. It's the nicest 68 I've ever owned. I mean, look at those corners. That's an amazing card right here. I'm kind of tempted to cross this, but at the same time, I don't want to crack a 7. So there's that. Then from the same order, take a look at this 1973 Mike Schmidt rookie. Got a 5. Now I know centering's to be desired on this one, but man, those are some sharp corners, and you go in the back. Right, these look really good. 1960 Leaf Snyder. This one was graded okay. This one I thought was under also. Look at this, 1971 Aaron. Look at those corners. I mean, I don't know what I'm missing. I know there's a little bit of a mark here on the back, but man, what a nice card. I'm going to give that one a shot. And 57, Duke Snyder. Look at that centering. I mean, it's bad top to bottom, but left to right, it's pretty good. And 57s tend to be tough, but like those corners are so nice on this example. 64, Eddie Matthews. I also picked up like a proof of the Mickey Mantle in the 64. A dealer still has it on consignment, so will not be in this video, but that's one other pickup. Forgot to have, or at least add to my stack over here. Then a Luis Aparicio card. One of the funniest slabs out there is this Fanatic slab. And man, this is one of the cheapest things I have ever felt. I mean, people complain about Fanatics jerseys. This is the cheapest slab that I've felt. This feels like a $5 at-home grading company slab. I mean, this is horrible. I mean, look at the print quality on this one. Nice card inside. Like, this looks pretty sharp and everything like that. But, man, it's such a crappy slab. And, like I'm telling you, this horrible sub. All right. I could talk more about it, but 1968 Fergie Jenkins. I got an 8 over here. Nice copy. 1960 Eddie Matthews in a 7. Another blazer. Look at that. Really nice copy. Mick Mantle, 1966 in a 5.5. That was a card I brought with me. Then we have a 1969 Don Drysdale in an 8. Budding rookie, 1957 in a 4. That was a card I brought with me. And we're going to end off the video on this 1971 Bob Gibson O-Pee-Chee in a 7. Another great copy. What I love about the O-Pee-Chees, though, in 71, look at these backs. They're such cool backs. So those were my pickups. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to have a lot more national content. I have a vlog still, thoughts, and I also am going to do a kind of like the auction houses, what they brought. I didn't get to see all the auction houses and record them, but I got to see most of them. So I put them all in a video. And make sure to check out those over there. And if you're trying to learn more a little bit about non-sports, I just launched a video on the Duke N76 set. So no N76s here, but it's starting an education series that I think is well needed in the hobby. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.